I can open it, but I don't have it open.
We are live.
I can open that, actually. What language will it post in that we are live? That's the question.
Do you have other character languages? Can you do like Japanese or something?
It's posted in like 8
I saw
languages.
German the other day, I think.
I don't know why
Or
it does.
Portuguese? I don't remember. What was
There
it?
was a Portuguese one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it is live now. Okay, there we go.
Yes, sir.
Oh, let me turn down my sound before I just echo us way out. There we go. All right. I will play the opening music in English. Oh, hold on. Let me hit my. I'm going to actually record it while we're doing this, so I don't have to do 2 steps here. So
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
let me hit my garage band on.
You're fine.
All right.
The wasteland is a host of apocalyptic mess as the sole survivor wanders out about to see the rest. Nuclear explosions sending out the gamma rays from deep within the core, frozen atomic waves. From deep within the core, frozen atomic waves.
Welcome to the Fallout feed, everyone. I am Andrew. Tonight, we are joined by Cara. Hello, Cara.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. And Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hello, 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 hello.
So the Fallout feed, I don't know. It was sort of
The show.
a show. It was sort of being passed around with hosts and everything, but I think we're about to set stride a little bit with Cara and I are going to take the reins for a little while and see if we can get the show. I mean, not that it was bad or anything, but just have some dedicated host to it, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yeah, we've been pretty random, huh?
yeah, it's been whoever can show up has been the one who has done the show. But just to guarantee that we'll keep the show on a regular basis, keep going. So Karen and I will take control, and Michael will join us whenever he can. He right now has been on a little hiatus, right, Michael?
I've been, yeah, I've been doing Skyrim, but even Colin and Victor have been doing a lot of that.
Yeah, that's great. I've been loving the Colin and Victor
Yeah.
shows. Those
Me
guys,
too.
I always thought that they needed their own, not like even game related, but their own just sort of like talk show. I'd just love to sit and listen to Victor and Colin just bounce stuff off of each other. That'd be great. But so I've really enjoyed all these the new Skyrim shows they've been doing together.
Yeah, it's nice because you go through phases with games. You play it a lot, you play it a little. Like Skyrim, I do always go back to, and I'm still playing it now. But maybe I haven't played for a week, so it's hard to or 2 weeks, or like I've been running and stuff, so it's been cutting into my game time. So
Yeah, man, you got to screw that health stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Cutting into your game time.
that's what
That is terrible advice. Don't listen to him.
I gotta ruin my back again and just sit in a chair and not do anything because that
yeah, that's the life.
I know that'll help. I know it.
Yeah.
You found the cure.
Yes, yeah. Well, I was looking. I figured I lost I lost. I didn't use 11 hours. Like 11 hours of my time last month went to running instead of gaming.
Mm.
So that's where that a lot of that time went.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I have probably more than most people who most of us older folks here on the shows. I probably have more time than most of them, thankfully. But
I decided to lose all of mine to going back and getting my master's degree because I decided that 8 hours of work a day wasn't enough.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
yeah,
You're working full time and doing a master's degree,
Yeah, full time. I am so smart.
and now you have a podcast.
I know. I keep making really bad choices. So I'm just like, no, I can do it. It's fine.
It's fine, you guys. I'll totally have time to play lots of video games. Right.
Right.
It's fine.
Which is part of why I have not gotten into the Wasteland Workshop update hardly at all because I had finals the past 2 weeks.
oh god.
So
Oh god, finals.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so glad I don't ever have finals. Oh
I
man,
know.
it's the worst.
I don't know why I did
And
this,
you,
guys.
are you Are you getting sick? I always get sick right after finals too because I'm so like stressed for 2 weeks straight,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you know,
and
you
then your
mentioned that
body
you
just destroys itself immediately afterward.
pretty much it's like the way it can silently protest what you're putting it through.
Yeah. Oh man, horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got over a small bit of cold myself. You mentioned to me before we started this that you're dealing with a cold that's
I'm
just
feeling
kind of
something. I don't know. Like I get bad seasonal allergies, but it's usually later during ragweed season in like August around here in Indiana. But I don't know. It has to be a cold, I
yeah.
guess.
Well, like I said, the weather's been crazy in our areas, so
Yeah.
it's throwing a lot of things for a loop. And I think you've probably been around people who are more susceptible to it, and they decided to give you what they have just because sharing is caring. You know,
Yeah, of
Barney taught
course,
us
of
all.
course. Well, we went to a political rally the other day, and then the people we went with, their little kid, and they got sick, and then
Well,
like a
that's like
couple days later, my wife and I are feeling a little ill. My mother watches our son. She was over, and she's not feeling great. So, oh
Hmm.
jeez,
that's a breeding
something's
ground
happening.
for disease right there.
A political rally, no
Well,
kidding.
not even that. Just I mean, like same thing. Like any kind of
Yeah,
large gathering.
crowds,
Yeah.
crowds,
And
unwashed
interaction with
masses.
children.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is why you shouldn't go out and run, and you shouldn't go out and do anything. You should just stay in and
I'm gonna
game.
sit in my chair and play my video games.
It's
Lane,
safe.
Oh.
put your feet up on the desk, play a game.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Oh man,
Wait, you don't do that?
That's gonna be high class down here now.
You don't put your feet up?
I gotta get like a little smoking jacket action.
Well, the best
My
was
feet up.
like last week. Connor and I were both down here playing because we have I got everything down here. Well, I have the Xbox One down here and my PC down here and my Mac for recording.
How many televisions and screens do you have
Just-
set up?
well-
How many people could be playing?
Well, the Mac you can't play anything on. It's an older MacBook Pro.
Oh,
but,
I'm sure you could make Snake or something work.
Yeah, he could play something like that. But yeah, we
a
have-
mean game of solitaire or something.
the PC is on one TV and the Xbox One's on another. So, and then upstairs we have the PS4 and
Oh, that's great. I always love when people run their PC through a huge ass television. That's always great.
oh no, this is a tiny TV.
Oh well, I like that anyway.
But I'm sitting like 2 feet from it, so if it was big, I'd
Yeah.
be blind in like a day. So,
Yeah.
but we were both playing I think he was playing my Skyrim character and I was playing Minecraft, and
That's fun.
that's what we do now. We
Yeah.
sit in chairs and game next to each other. I'm teaching him well. I'm gonna ruin his back by 10. That's mine.
It's back. You need to. I don't know. Or don't people have those dumb like walking desks or whatever? You should set up
Oh,
a walking
don't.
like
No.
gaming center.
Just no.
not doing that.
Okay,
Or bounce
first of all,
bounce on one of those exercise balls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get your ab workout in and your thighs.
I must be missing something with those walking desks because you can't even get your heart rate up high
Yeah.
enough for it to be worthwhile. So I'm confused. I mean, I suppose it is better than just sitting still, but I also
Yeah,
feel like
so you don't get bed sores from sitting in your damn desk chair.
well, you could also pop up and go bother someone else or something.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
Yeah.
Oh
just-
man.
For the work that I do, I just couldn't imagine trying to walk and do my work at the same time because sometimes I'm doing like little teeny tiny graphic work.
Oh god.
So I wouldn't even be walking. I'd just have my feet on the other side of the treadmill or whatever it is. And then I'd forget to get back on it. I totally would. I would forget to get back on it and keep walking.
I would get motion sickness trying to read like a screen or something while walking.
Yeah.
Seems like an awful lot of bouncing. And
I
to
used
get
to-
your heart rate up, you'd be bouncing a lot more. That would be really, really a problem.
Hmm. I have a friend whose work is very health conscious, and they have those little balls that they sit on. They're like, oh, it's impossible to slouch on them. And 2 days in, she was like, nope, I figured out how to slouch on it.
I can
I'm
slouch. I figured it out.
good. Mission
We're good.
accomplished.
We're good.
Where there's
That's
a
really
will,
funny.
there's a way.
Oh, that's classic.
Mhm.
So you mentioned Wasteland Workshop. That was the second portion of DLC that has come out for Fallout 4.
Mhm.
The third portion of DLC, we should expect. They announced a date recently, correct?
Yes. I can't remember.
March 19th, I believe. What?
Yeah.
May. God.
Yeah, it's already May, I know. It feels like
March is a little bit a while ago. Yeah, it does. It feels like March outside. It's kind of chilly.
Yeah.
But yeah, May 19th, and it's supposedly a huge expansion. So much that the 1.5 update that is coming out tomorrow as we're recording, so probably today as it drops. That update is actually a lot of the backbone of the DLC that will be released later in the month.
Is the 1.5 going to hit both of the consoles at the same time, or is that also spread out?
I think it's both at the same time.
Okay.
I think after the whole Skyrim uproar stuff, back when PS3 was having its issues, they decided to just release things at the same time.
Okay. Because the last press release I heard on mods, it said that for the Xbox One, they're going to drop this month, but for the PS4, they have to wait until June. So I was beginning to think that everything for the PS4 is just going to be like a month or so behind.
There does seem to be more issues with PlayStation. It has to be something with accessing their store, and with the Xbox One, it's so close to PC now, as far as Windows 10 and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's probably much easier. I'm interested to see how the modding thing goes. I mean, it's we get some load screens. Like some crazy ass load screens on Xbox One, longer
say
than
what you
Skyrim.
will about that, but they, no matter how long they are still only half as long as they were on the PS3 for Skyrim.
Oh,
I would go do laundry or something. It was sometimes it was a 15-minute. Like, are you kidding me? What?
Oh, yeah.
Did it freeze? Did it freeze? No. Let it go another couple minutes because you never know. And no, it didn't freeze. You don't have to kill the game. It just takes 15 minutes for this stupid load screen for some reason. I've never had anything like that, at least with my Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't remember what platform it was on, but I know I was listening to a podcast far away and long ago, and there was someone who was talking about, I think, Fallout 3 and the load screen problems they had with that. And they literally decided, okay, well, I'm just not going to go through doors until I absolutely have to. So they would just
avoid the load screen.
Yeah, I think this was actually someone from Rooster Teeth. I think so. And they literally would just do all of the missions in one area and then finally go through a door.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
drop everything in a barrel outside of the door so you don't have to go inside to store stuff.
I mean, and I'm like, if you have to do that with a game, though, that's a huge issue. That's really, I mean, is it a bug or a feature? Yes, but that's something that you need to improve upon.
Yeah. I actually find the load screens are longer for this than they were for Skyrim on the Xbox.
Really?
360, I should say.
The PS3 would punish me sometimes, though. So.
Well, that was a whole mess. That game didn't work right on there, apparently.
Yeah. And God forbid you try to use the ritual stone.
Oh.
With like
85 people.
Yeah, with like 40 people dead at your feet. You try to resurrect them all at once, and the PS3 would just shoot itself in the face and die. And they're just I can't do this.
Yeah. That's a lot of people. I mean,
yeah,
that's a lot. I'm surprised it didn't melt.
I was trying to see how much it could handle, and it could not handle what I was trying there by the end.
Yeah, I just hope mods don't add even more to the load screens. I'm sure they will, but
yeah, of course they will.
Yeah, I'm also sure they're going to be very, very basic mods.
Yeah, that's all I want to do at first, though. At least is I want to do, even though the water looks pretty good, really, really nice. I would still like better water, or more distinct weather, or better geography, tools. The map's a little weak. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not the best
you just want to add
mapping
those
system.
little things. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want to add little textures and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, even the survival mode is adding things, though. I mean, it adds, more to even the role-playing aspect.
Yeah, do you have the specifics of what's going into this new survival mode?
I know that they listed 4 things. Let me pull it up here.
Yeah, it's exciting. That comes out with this update that is going out on Friday.
And both systems get it Friday. I just
Yeah.
looked it up.
Which at first I thought I wasn't going to do this at all. It's like, I am too much of a wuss to take on survival mode. I'm just not going to do it. And then, honestly, when I found out, ooh, more roleplay options, really? That sounds like really interesting. Even if I'm probably going to die within the first 5 minutes.
What do they mean by more roleplay options?
Okay, here it is. Role-playing. Increase the realism of the world and the issues one might face there. A little vague, but to me, with my big
Increase
imagination,
the
I'm
issues of the world.
yeah. I'm like, okay, so are we going to take on, does that mean taking on more unpleasant aspects of humanity? Like, I don't know, not slaving, but,
Ooh, yeesh.
yeah, just slavery and more kidnapping with more dire consequences or some kind of underground slavery. I don't know. I don't know why I keep going to that. Wow, I have some issues apparently, but maybe more people killing themselves or something based on choices you make, and I'm just, okay, what does that mean? So to me, that's really open-ended because it's so big.
That's interesting.
Watch it be nothing so significant.
Yeah.
And then there's resource management. Balance out items in the world that may be too easy to acquire or hoard, giving players more to consider when planning out the current loadout.
What is too easy?
I don't
in
know.
this game. What is in your opinion? What is the item that is too easy in this game? Stim packs are too easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
God, I'm a sissy.
On normal.
I use them too much, I guess. I don't save them. I just spend them.
I don't know. My one character prize.
You have like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds.
I would say steel and wood for me.
Yeah.
Those are.
Juan ran out of wood at one point.
I know. I almost fell.
I was like, what?
He's like doing SimCity within Fallout 4.
Yeah,
So.
he's building his own biome or something over there.
Yeah, he's the exception to the rule, man.
He keeps doing that exploit where you drop all your weapons and then go into build mode and then store them.
Oh my god!
So that decreases your storage space. So he keeps doing that over and over and over and over again, and he's just created a massive world.
I wonder if you can literally fill all of Sanctuary as an entire building by doing that.
You probably can.
Well, let's ask Juan to do it as an
probably-
experiment.
Yeah, Juan, go ahead.
Or anyone listening, feel free to take up the challenge, take screenshots, show us what's going on.
Yeah.
Build an entire house out of Sanctuary. Just one building.
One gigantic
That's awesome.
building.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Speaking of a challenge, I have the idea, and I'm an idiot for thinking this initially, of course, but then I thought, wait a second, this might actually be kind of fun. Let's do a Fallout feed challenge to our listeners. We'll do the survival mode challenge when it comes out on Friday or whenever you get around to starting it, everyone. We're doing a Dead is Dead challenge on survival mode. How high of a level can you get without dying? I was speaking to a listener earlier, said they got to level 20, and I was blown away by that.
Awesome.
I was like, that is incredible. So let's have a challenge, guys. And of course, this is, everyone has to be honest. We can't check you permanently. There's nothing at stake anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
you win adoration.
Yeah, it's just a fun discussion piece, I guess. So we'll do an ASA challenge, or Fallout feed challenge. Survival mode, what level can you get to?
Yeah. I think I'm going to take that on. I think I'm going to give that a shot.
Yeah, I'll try it, and I doubt I'll leave the vault. I bet you the rad roaches kill me. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you get the first pistol in the vault?
Yes, yes, you do.
Okay, well, I might have a chance.
But don't forget, ammo weighs something.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck
yeah.
me. You're
It
right.
does. Oh
That's the worst. And you
man,
have to
yeah,
sleep in order to save. You can't just auto save wherever.
yeah.
That'll be tough. And I think I read somewhere that they took beds away too. There aren't
Yes,
as many
less
beds.
Yeah.
Well, you can
The
make them.
assholes. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
So
Um,
that actually does give you
but
a
you can't.
great motivation for rescuing those settlements, so you have a safe place to sleep
So you can
every place
travel.
all
Yeah,
over
but
the
even
map.
then, you can't fast travel.
There's
No.
no fast traveling.
There's
But
no
if you
fast travel.
rescue all those settlements in
There's a
different
lot.
parts of the map, you know what I mean? You'll at least have a bed somewhere to go save at.
Oh, maybe then throwing up a flare
Oh,
will be
good lord.
worthwhile
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're in
that's true.
trouble.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to make use of every utility they give you at this point. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to use those flares. What else is there? There's vertibirds for the Brotherhood of Steel and stuff like that.
hmm
Yeah.
Oh,
Because-
did they
yeah.
turn that off? Because that's a version of fast travel, sort of. The vertibird travel.
Roll down.
That's probably like taking a carriage. I would assume.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna. There's no mention of it on the website, but I'll
So
be curious.
that's how you fast travel right there. Is you join the Brotherhood of Steel and use their vertibird thing, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I've never actually done that though, so I don't know how
Not
that
me either.
how that actually works.
I've never even gone on their ship.
Oh God,
Yeah, actually, same here.
You're a bunch
I
of
turned
jerks.
on them so fast, I blew it up before I got a chance to go.
Yeah.
Well, I've just been lazy and I haven't been. Well, not lazy.
Yeah,
just
I'm-
at the end of the day, I'm tired between work and then more work. So.
And I'm not a huge fan of the Brotherhood, but in my roundtable character, I was tasked with making Dance my love interest.
Right.
So I had to frequent it. I went there a lot, and I made a game of dumping my power armor back at my settlement every time before I went, because I would see how many. I would take a follower with me and see how many suits of power armor we could steal while we were there, and how much stuff we could steal. We cleaned out that little armory in the back. You know, the proctor guy selling all the that huge, you know, weaponry storage area. We stole everything from there. There was only one suit of power armor that we couldn't get, and I want to get what's his name, the big boss guy of the Brotherhood of Steel, Maxon or whatever his name is. I want to get his coat and then do the ballistic weave, and I think that would be really fun because his coat looks really cool. But you have to kill him, and I'm not at that point yet in the storyline for the round two. So I'm gonna see if I can get that at some point. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun stealing all their stuff.
Well, now I know where you align. Also,
Well, I have to. I'm with the Institute in that game, of course.
Okay. One more thing about the beds is the type of bed you're sleeping in limits the length of time you are able to sleep.
Oh, nice.
How so?
Good
Did they go into any more depth with that?
Yes,
Like
they
sleeping
did.
bags, you don't sleep as well.
Pretty much, real beds, which are now hard to come by, offer the highest bonuses for sleeping, which is a reward for working out of your home base or spending caps at not a restaurant. What am I thinking? A hotel or something like that. Finding a sleeping bag in the middle of a dungeon will feel great. Finding a dirty mattress will feel even better. So
Oh, dirty
there's
mattress.
a hierarchy.
I
to
know that these
beds.
people were raised in this time, so they don't know the difference. But our character, who was alive 200 years ago, who does know the difference, I cannot believe that they just like, yeah, there's a skeleton corpse here on the bed. Let me brush that aside. Okay, honey, let's lay down and take a nap on this filthy, bloody, dirty mattress.
Okay, that's something I really want to be able to do, though, like to move a freaking skeleton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they lay down right on the skeleton.
Oh.
Sleep there. It's like, yeah, you should maybe want to.
Or there's one on the ground where I want to build something, and I'm like, okay, how can I pick up skeleton pieces here and there and then crush them down to bone for ingredients?
So you could use it, yeah.
Yeah, but even if they're like, okay, for example, like the Starlight Drive-In, I think that's that's one of the settlements, and there are skeletons all around there.
Yeah.
Well, not all around, but there are a handful. And even in build mode, you can't access them. You can't
No,
touch
can't do
them,
anything to 'em.
and yeah.
I've
And
thought about it. I've seen them with cool uniforms on sometimes. I'm like, ooh, I would like that cool
Yeah.
looking shirt, or you have a neat looking jacket or something. And you can't. Yeah, it sucks that you can't interact with the skeletons at all because they put them in cool clothes. Or there's an army helmet. I'm like, that would be useful. I'd like to pick up that army helmet, but no, I can't.
No. So I don't understand the choice behind that, and it might have something to do with coding or something like that.
Yeah.
But it drives me bananas when I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm a little like Juan, where it's kind of like, if I could just get this out of here, everything would look nicer. And it just kind
Someone
of,
would sweep up these piles of leaves.
or this pile of bones that doesn't need to be here in the middle
Yeah.
of, a bustling little settlement. Like, do they really need to look down, or the kids that are there, if kids show up, do they need to be able to
Yeah.
look down and go, oh, hey,
Oh, hey, dead stuff. Cool.
let's play kick the skeleton head?
Speaking of dead things scattered in your settlement, with this wasteland workshop, one of my favorite things about it is, of course, trapping these animals. And then you have this, I'm not going to remember what it's actually called, but it's some sort of like taming beacon that calms them. What do you remember what the beacon is called, Michael? I have no idea. But after you trap these animals and you have this beacon on and you release them, then they'll just wander around your property. And it's really cool because I have like 4 bears just kind of walking around, or yao guai, whatever they're called. But they're just roaming around the property, and like one of them is a glowing, one is a shaggy, one of them is they're different kinds. But as a result for having those animals trapped on your property, the same type of animal will become hostile and attack your property, your settlement. So that means, since I had them in the trap, I was attacked by hordes of wild bears. And so after, my settlers all got together and we all dealt with all these bears that charged the property, I've got like 16 dead bears laying on my property now, and they're all too heavy to move. I've tried to drag them, and they're all too heavy to move, so I can't really do anything with them. But Juan gave me the suggestion. He said he's tried this and this worked. I haven't actually tried it out to see if it works myself. But he said take a shotgun and start blowing them to pieces, and then you can drag the pieces separately.
So you can do that even after they're dead?
Yeah, evidently.
Nice.
Interesting.
So I'm going to try that out, see this. But I just have too many dead bears around. But I have Mirelurk cages and stuff like that too. I've just been dragging their carcasses off the beach and into the water, and they just kind of float away and sink to the bottom. So, because that really hurts my property value.
Exactly.
Dead bear carcasses rotting around.
Skeletons, bear carcasses. I'm just telling you, it's not pretty. It's really not.
It's harsh stuff.
What does it take to trap a Mirelurk? I'm curious, because I cannot fulfill my crazy cat lady settlement because I don't have enough Mirelurk meat.
Oh, what is it?
Do you use a specific kind of Mirelurk meat to catch a cat, right? I have not set up a cat trap yet. Soft shell. Yeah. To catch a Mirelurk.
Is it the eggs or something?
It might. Yeah, it is. They come for their eggs. You're right.
Yeah.
So you get the Mirelurk eggs.
Yeah.
Is the bait. The bait that I'm having the most trouble coming across is the canned dog food. And I evidently just need to go to Diamond City. There's evidently a vendor there that has a kind of steady supply of canned dog food. So I remember trying to feed dog meat the dog food at first, and I was like really confused as why won't dog meat eat this delicious canned dog food? And then I kind of slowly came to the realization, I'm supposed to eat this dog food. Oh no.
Basically that's what it's for.
Yeah. Although it is odd that none of your companions seem to eat or sleep. Not really.
Yeah, true. No, they don't.
When I go to sleep with Curie by my side, she woke up.
Okay.
But that's the only one I've noticed. I've noticed that the other ones are just kind of standing beside the bed when you wake up.
And
your characters have a crazy knack for just like you get. At least this is better than Skyrim in this, that your character will not get separated from you as easily. In Skyrim, if you went around certain places, their follower would get stuck, and you couldn't get them, and you couldn't progress, and then they would get stuck in the dungeon. Then you would exit the dungeon. Then no shit, you lost your follower somehow. This game is great in that, oh shit, I lost my follower. They're back in the elevator 3 stories down, and then you turn the corner and, oh wait, they're there all of a sudden. Hello, hi, which is a little unrealistic, of course, but at least you don't lose your follower like you could so easily in Skyrim.
Well, for one thing, they don't get in the damn elevator.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or they halfway get in.
They don't get in, and then you turn around, and then they're in the elevator. You're like, oh, weird.
I've even directly commanded them to go to the far back corner, and then they just enter the doorway, so they're like half in, half out. I'm like, all right, screw it. I don't care. Bye.
Yeah. At least their elevators have no safety precautions for the that would stop when a body part is sitting halfway out. So Wasteland Workshop, I have not gotten to the building of the arena. I've heard it's a little weird still. I'm just enjoying trapping the animals and having them walk around the property and stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah, I'm less interested in the arena than I am in number 1, trapping cats.
I need to
2,
set up a cat trap.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of dogs. I've got 4 dogs running around. It's cool.
So what do you do with them once you've caught them? Do they just wander? Do you?
Yeah, you build them houses and they wander, and if you get in a fight, they come fight for you and stuff.
Sweet.
I was trying to equip them with armor and stuff. I don't know if that's possible because I have a bunch of dog armor. I can equip dog meat with it, but I haven't figured it out yet. I don't think it is possible.
The dog armor doesn't even seem to really do anything though. Like I've looked at the stats, or at least for the one that I put on dog meat in my game, and it says like 0 defense or anything.
Is there a way that you can see dog meat's health points and stuff like that during combat? Can we look at that information somewhere? On PC even? Do you have a way of...
No.
There's got to be a mod for that, right?
There's always a mod for that.
There's a mod for everything.
There's a mod for everything. No, honestly, I really wish I don't know they're in trouble. Okay, I've even had McCready go, my armor, I'm hit bad. And then I run up to him and he's just staring at me like, what's your problem? Are you okay? And I'm like, do you want attention?
You needed help. Yeah. I know. I get them where they take a knee and you run up to them and says, "Stim pack, Piper." I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna waste a stim pack on you, Piper. But okay, here you go.
They pop back up anyway, but
yeah, after a while they do anyway, and that's a difference, right? In survival mode.
I think so. Let me go back.
Your followers will not automatically heal.
Yeah, you have to heal them.
You have to stim pack them.
Yeah, you have to stim pack them. Yeah.
And if you leave them where they are, they will eventually return to their point of origin.
Yeah.
I don't know if that means if you've assigned them to a settlement, they'll go to that settlement or actual origin.
Origin, yeah, I don't know.
Because with survival mode, they'll probably want to screw you best as possible, so they'll probably send them back to the origin. But who knows if that's possible? That might be kind of screwy with the programming.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I tell you what, whoever designed this must be a little bit of a sadist, because there are so many things that I didn't even think about.
Just like diseases and stuff, right?
Yeah, like immunodeficiency. Items that cleanse your body of rads come with the cost of making you tired and temporarily damaging your immunity.
And how do you cure that? Probably by sleeping.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Wow, this is going to be great. My Survival Dead is Dead is... Of course, going to be only about 10 minutes long, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, and it says there are several different illnesses that can affect you. So, yeah, they were thorough with this. Whoever was behind this, really thorough.
Well, that's what a lot of people want, though, in a game like this. They really want that in-depth world involving.
It gives a great option.
Yeah, I'm too much of a wuss. I'm just like, I just want to look at the nice scenery and find some cats.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of scenery, did you watch the new trailer, Cara?
Oh man, twice.
Isn't it neat? It looks like super foggy
Yeah,
and
they
stuff,
definitely.
which is
They
cool.
even,
It gives a neat like overtone of mystery
yeah.
or something, you know.
It seems to be a permanent fixture of, from what I can tell, of the island, because they mention it. One of the characters mentions it. You know, they're like, the fog can get you really turned around here, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's a constant. And is it just me, or are some of those new type of mobs looking like irradiated lobsters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Gigantic irradiated lobsters.
Yeah, there looks like there'd be some cool new enemies. There's
Hmm.
I'm not sure what they call it, but it's some sort of anglerfish type thing. It has a glowing sort of
Yeah.
pod thing coming off it's a little dangly, and then it gets people's attention, and then unsuspecting they jump up and eat you, of course, or something. But
Yeah.
that's gonna be great.
Which is again perfect
Cool new
for fog.
monsters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're looking
exactly.
for light so you can find your way back to a settlement or something like that, and
And you lead up to this light, you think it's a street lamp, and then you're dead.
yeah, surprise.
Yeah.
Although I'm wondering what the storyline is, because I know that the conflict is between like the children of Adam,
Yeah.
the regular humans, and the
Uh-huh.
synths.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 3 faction divide, and I thought, ooh, that'll be good. We should get 6 people on the next season of the Round Table and have 2 each do one of the factions. God, that sounds awesome. Yeah, so the townsfolk of Far Harbor. I'm assuming this is a play on Bar Harbor, which actually isn't an island, but a coastal
No,
city
yeah.
in Maine.
I assume it's maybe it's they're using that name, but it's more like Nantucket.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it could be. And I was wondering. I wonder how closely, if inspired by Bar Harbor, if they would do anything like they did with Boston and have actual landmarks from the city in it, because my family
Good.
used to vacation in Bar Harbor when I was young, so I'm sure things have changed a ton there in the last 20 years or whatever, 30 years. Oh god, how old am I? But I'm sure things have changed a lot, but I'm just wondering, oh god, would I remember some of those things from when I was a kid? So I'm kind of excited to run around Far Harbor and see if they did do any nods to local landmarks or whatever.
I'm kind of holding out still for a Murder She Wrote reference in there somewhere.
Oh god, do you think that they
That would be amazing.
what
But,
god, what was the town called? I forget.
Cabot Cove.
Cabot Cove.
I
Nice.
know. Believe me.
I'm
I'm on almost to season 8 of my rewatch of Murder She Wrote.
I'm so impressed that you're powering through Murder
It's a
She Wrote.
great-
I used to watch that with my mom when I was younger. Those.
Jessica's a very progressive woman, I will say.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Yes.
very,
I haven't seen it in a very long time. But...
Mm.
definitely a sex-positive older woman. of the
Oh
age,
wow.
which
she's
is odd
into
to
it.
think about. I don't really want to think about that any further. But
Next time on the Murder She Wrote podcast.
there used to be 2. We're down to 1 Murder She Wrote
Oh
podcast.
no.
Yeah.
God, there's podcasts about everything. That's so
That thing.
awesome.
Well, it's really nice. Like, I really enjoy how the internet has kind of increased communication between different minds that never would have happened before. So even if it's just something about like the Golden Girls or something like that,
Yeah.
which I am super surprised that is as popular as it is,
Oh.
even still today. I'm like,
My wife and I watch it almost every night.
I mean, I loved it growing up, but I just thought I was a lame loser.
No, it was a super popular show.
It was very huge. That was
It
a
was
huge
a
show.
huge show. I mean,
Yeah.
they had 4 powerhouses. All 4 of those actresses were very well known from the 70s or 60s even,
Yeah.
and so they brought them all together on one show. I think at least 2 of them were on Maude together or whatever. But
Yeah, I know. Oh gosh, why
I
is
think
her
Blanche
name?
was on Rue. What's her name?
Yeah,
McClanahan.
Rue McClanahan.
Yeah. And Betty White might have even been on there too. I don't know.
What's
I
on
think.
On Maude.
Oh, on
why
Maud?
can I- yeah. Okay, she
Maybe
was
not. I could be
literally
wrong.
Maud. Whoever was Dorothy. God, why can't I remember?
Oh,
her
B.
name?
Arthur.
The Arthur.
Yeah, she was literally Maud.
She was Maud,
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, B. Arthur. Not a B. Arthur. Betty White was on.
Oh, the toss your hat at the end.
Yes.
What was that? What?
Not Carol Burnett.
What the fuck was her name?
Not Lou Grant. The one before Lou Grant, where Lou Grant
Oh man.
from.
I
People
can't
under
remember.
80 are like, what are these people talking?
Who are you people? Oh goodness.
Just wait, kids. It'll happen to you too.
You're
Yeah.
gonna make it after all.
Yeah.
We're gonna
What was that
make
show? Oh
it
my God.
after all.
Mary Tyler Moore.
There you
Yes,
go.
it was the woman's name, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Okay, the only reason I remembered that was because of the Buddy Holly song by, gosh,
Yes.
The
and
Weezer?
I literally went through the lyrics in my head.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
ooh.
funny.
I look just like,
Mary
Oh,
Tyler.
that's right.
Oh, you're funny.
and you're Mary Tyler Moore, and I was like, aha!
That's
Oh
perfect.
man, you got your references down.
That's a good way to remember it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Weezer.
I was trying to describe this movie to people a few weeks ago on one of the Automatron episodes, and no one had any idea what I was talking about. And you were like, "Are you talking about this movie?"
God, what was that one?
It was the kid in the train station with Borat chasing
Oh yeah,
him
yeah.
around. The
No, I
clock,
can't
or the,
Hugo?
the Automatron. Hugo, yeah.
I only
Hugo.
remember. I never saw the movie, so I would
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, and same. Never saw the movie, but I saw the trailer. It's sitting in my Netflix queue, though. A lot of stuff
Yeah.
is sitting in my Netflix queue.
It's cute. The robots are pretty amazing.
I haven't seen that kid in anything recently.
Hope he's okay.
I'm sure he is. He's probably doing theater or something like that,
Oh god, they all do.
right?
So we have our Far Harbor 3 factions of people. There's the townsfolk and the Scents, and
Mm-hmm.
oh, wait, who else did you say?
The children of
Oh, the
Adam.
Children of Adam. What do we know about them?
Did we hate them? Is that
They're
like?
crazy.
I get if I need plasma, no gamma.
Yeah.
If I need gamma ammunition,
Wait, what do the gunners use? Do they use plasma?
they do something crazy too. Plasma.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I think Adam uses gamma and gunners use plasma, or
Yeah.
vice versa. Who knows?
I don't.
No,
Is
it's
that
definitely-
level locked that gunners will then get plasma guns? Because I think earlier they just had automatic weapons, and now that I'm a certain level, I think now they have plasma. Am I wrong
That's
about that?
part of the leveling, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
because that
the
happened.
friggin' Children of Adam always have the damn gamma gun, even at low levels.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to run into them at low levels.
No, definitely not. Not at all.
And they're only wearing like dirty rags or something too, so
And
you
they
don't
still
think they would
take
be as
forever to
powerful.
take
Yeah,
down.
they're powerful as shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, why am I in this armor not able to take you down super quick?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're wearing a T-shirt, and
Like, I have hit you 5 times. How are you not dead? Come on.
it's all that radiation.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when someone's high on adrenaline or something. Not high, but up on an adrenaline spike, and they can't feel. It even happens to soldiers. Like they have no idea that they've been wounded so badly until after it's all over, and they're like, "Oh, wow, my insides are now outside. That's not okay."
Are the Children of Adam? They're not ghouls, are they?
Mm-mm.
No.
They're human.
How do they feel about ghouls?
That's
They're into them?
Question.
That was sort of kind of in the trailer, because I saw new types of ghouls shambling around, whilst one of the Children of Adam was saying, "You only need to look outside to see the face of Adam," and something, basically on the glory and so on and so forth.
Wow.
So I would imagine that they feel positively about them,
and
or they
I mean,
think that,
there's the feral ghouls. I assume that they would use the feral ghouls as their, weapons if
yeah,
they could. You know what I mean? But I just mean like a normal.
a
ghoul.
normal.
Like if you have Hancock with you, will they, treat you differently or something?
Ooh,
I
I
don't-
hope so.
I might. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Whether better or worse, like that would be really neat, because it is possible that they think people who are struck down, like people who are affected the way the ghouls are people who have been punished by Adam or something.
Mhm.
I don't know enough about the Children of Adam yet, because
I have
haven't
no
played
zero
any
about their lore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I want to go to
Not like
Wiki.
you can go talk to them or anything.
So, how do you feel about
Yeah.
this? Oh, ow, you're shooting at me, god damn it.
But I thought the trailer looked awesome. I'm really excited to get into this on May 19th.
And that new synth guy looks pretty cool too, though. At the end.
Yeah, for a second I thought it was Nick.
I thought it
No,
was Nick with a makeover or something.
Yeah. And there seemed to be like this kind of laboratory thing at the end.
Yeah.
There were a lot of pretty lights.
Maybe
No cats, though.
synth is actually pretending to be, I don't know, like the leader of the Atoms or something.
Yeah,
Michael
'cause-
just spoiled us, everyone. You might as well not even play it.
I actually write for Bethesda.
because there were like two scenes with synths in them, and they looked kind of different to me. There's one where it seems to be the sole survivor standing with a synth in a trench coat and a hat, which looks a lot like Nick. And then there's one later where it's got like lights all over it and stuff. So I'm not sure if they're two separate synths or if you need to take Nick with you in particular, or he just shows up there, or if there's another one out there like Nick.
Yeah, because Nick's going there for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Saving someone's daughter, right?
yeah, it's
So
a
he
case.
took a case. Yeah.
Well, they said that's what. Yeah, originally that's what they said. It was going to be a case of his
Yeah.
Yeah.
that takes you there. So it's got to.
Okay.
Maybe there's something with him tied to the synths in some way.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
That's good. I love Nick. He's one of my
Did we
favorites.
see some cool new weapons? There was a weird, cool, like boating hook type thing, a harpoon, like a hooked harpoon, maybe.
Great for
I'm
disemboweling.
I'm sure there's
Oh,
some
what if
new.
you do like
new-
a Liu Kang with that and pull the person toward him?
Oh yeah, get over here,
Yeah, no, Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Sorry,
Yeah.
just Scorpion with it.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they really advertised the higher level armor and weapons.
What is the higher level armor? Because I just kind of glanced at it and I thought it was a new kind of power armor, but it's a new, just
Yeah, it looks more kind of like the automatron. Why do I always say that wrong?
That's how I say it.
Mechanist.
they never. I don't know if anyone ever said the correct way to say it, so we can all just say it how.
automatron,
I always say automatron, but
automatron.
who
That
knows?
robotic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mechanist armor. It could be something like that.
Oh, I like that armor. I just wish you could put the ballistic weave on the helmet. So dumb.
Oh,
I
you
think-
can't.
I
No.
think I only got no.
You
no.
can put the ballistic weave on like 3 different hats. That's it.
Yeah,
I
there's
hate
only
it.
certain hats, right? Yeah.
I've got the navigator's hat or the captain's hat or whatever from the robots on the boat that lands on top of the bank. You know what I'm talking about, from the USS Constitution.
Oh yeah.
I went back, and if you go back there after it lands again, you get like his quarters, and he gives you his hat and all sorts of stuff. And Colin was making fun of the hat so hardcore on one of our shows the other day that I decided I'm going to go get that hat and trot around the countryside in that hat just so. Just a thumb up my nose at you, Colin.
Yeah.
But I've kind of grown fond of it now, except for I wish you could put the ballistic weave on it. Sucks.
Come on.
Is
have
that
you
the
seen
one-
his dwarven
sorry.
armor? I know. I was gonna say, have you seen
His dwarven armor looks badass.
the giant cod piece on it?
Yeah. Steampunk junk hanging down the front. It's great.
Is that the one that looks like the old-timey naval captain's hat?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got a friend who is totally he's an eccentric kid, number one. Like, he taught himself how to blacksmith, and he's got his own smithy in his backyard.
Oh, nice.
So he's wandering around holding a shoulder cannon of some kind that takes the cannonballs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that thing. I haven't found that thing yet.
That is acquired from the quest we were just talking about, where you get that hat. That's
Constitution. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got the whole outfit, and he's got like these big old handlebar mustache going on,
Oh,
and
nice.
mutton chops.
I haven't fired the hand cannon yet because I want to save up all my big weapons for like the climactic ending of the game for my round table character. And there's the cannonballs are kind of hard to come by. I've been getting them wherever I can. I still only have like 60 of them or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
So-
I just happened upon Fort Strong the other day, and I saw the
Oh,
cannonballs. I was
you know
like,
what
"Oh."
that's near? this
Nordhagen
beautiful little this beachfront property. I tell you, if you just want to visit nordhagenbeach.com, you'll see this great little breathtaking area. It's nordhagenbeach.com, everyone.
Juan has condos there now.
Oh, nice.
For condos.
But there are fish heads there.
Fish heads.
Yes, there are fish heads.
Yeah.
And it's another thing that you can't interact with and you can't get rid of. You can't even pick them up and move it. They're just sitting there staring up at you.
Yeah. It's like those dead dolphins or
Yeah.
sharks or whatever those are. I don't know
You
what they're.
can't get rid of those either.
I like to stare at those though.
Yeah.
Those are really cool. But
I remember the first one I found. I was like, "Whoa, this is awesome!" I took a bunch of pictures of it, thinking that this is a one thing, but they're all over the damn place.
Are.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that's part of why I really hope that there is a ferry to Far Harbor, because I am not going in the water. I'm just not. I get creeped out.
I'm excited about the water. If you ever listen to any of our old Skyrim shows, you know that one of my main rants was, where are the underwater monsters? I'm swimming for hundreds of meters underwater, and there's not one damn Loch Ness monster to come attack me or something. Let's go. There's got to be a hydro dragon or something with the power of water jet breath or something. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be something down there. There was nothing. There was a slaughterfish, right? That's about as bad as it got.
Yeah, but if you ever played Oblivion, there were giant slaughterfish.
Oh yeah, would those fuck you up bad?
They would kick your ass real quick. They were fun.
But I just want a cool underwater scene with some neat underwater monster of some kind.
I'll be fine with it if they stay away from me. Because, no, I won't even get in. I won't even get too far into the sea, man. I can't.
I'd like a little personal submarine to like cart around in underwater. I think that would be fun.
Like Steve Zissou or something.
Yeah, totally. God, I love that movie.
That was amazing. Yeah, I love that movie too.
Yeah, so good. All my friends make fun of me like that movie sucks. I'm like, oh no, guys, that movie's great.
We went and saw it in the movies, and or in the theater. It was great.
Yeah,
that was so awesome.
So good. So, Michael, earlier you mentioned some stuff about, not in the podcast, but in the Facebook group, you were talking about the E3 conference coming up this summer.
I did.
Or someone did. I thought you did. Maybe you didn't.
Well,
but someone was discussing this, and we were kind of... I was thinking, well, what is there more to be expected from Fallout 4? Do you think after?
That's a good question.
After this DLC is released, because I keep hearing the word first wave of DLC. Yeah. These 3 are the first wave of DLC, implying there's more to come.
Well, there's the season pass, so.
Yeah. Well,
is it worth?
The season pass covers everything that will ever be released.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do you think there's a possibility that there could be another wave, or at least one more?
I mean, I could see one more. I don't see much more than one more, though, because by the time you're talking with the modding thing coming out, and just the life.
Trying to work on the next installment too.
Yeah. I mean, that's tough. I mean, even Skyrim only had the 3.
Well, that was another thing I wanted to bring up.
They really could have had 4, I think, though.
We were kind of discussing in the group, what if they're going to announce the retrofit of Skyrim for the new consoles and modding for Skyrim?
That's possible.
I thought that would be awesome.
Yeah, that is possible.
And then... I know this will never, ever happen, and then they come out with another batch of DLCs for Skyrim on the new wave.
Yeah, well, that's not...
my dreams were getting slightly lofty there, of course, but...
I mean, I could see a 4th DLC for Fallout.
Another, probably just one, but another batch would be incredible.
Yeah, another batch would be great.
Well, this new DLC is evidently a separate location. You won't be on the same map as the Commonwealth, so it'll be very similar to how I just wanted to call it Stalrim. What the fuck is that island called? Solstheim. It'll be very similar to how Solstheim, the relationship is to Skyrim. Like, it'll be a whole separate map that you go to. And I've heard that this map is actually even bigger than Solstheim. And Solstheim I thought was a pretty good size. I thought there was plenty of stuff to do. There's variation in the landscape from north to south, east to west. So it was a large enough landmass to have geographic variation. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited that this island's gonna be huge. I hope it's packed too. You know what I mean? I hope there's like 110 locations on this. I know there probably won't be that many, but I'm looking for lots of locations and stuff.
Yeah, they did say it would be big, and also more settlements. So.
Oh no.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Trouble. Please head out.
I'm not getting those anymore. You have to
You have to listen to the radio.
You have to listen to that station. That's right. The Minuteman distress call station. You left it on?
I was grinding XP. I needed to get some experience points because I don't know, I'm level like 85 or something. And I'm done like everything. So
there's little to do. Yeah.
So I need those quests to get to get the little bit of XP that I can.
Have you set up all the Mila things for
I killed them,
Tom?
so no.
Oh, Tinker Tom, you killed Tinker Tom.
I got his hat though.
Oh, nice.
Well, then it's all worth it.
Yeah.
As long as you get a cute hat out of it,
Yeah.
anything is excusable.
I didn't want to have to kill the railroad, but I wanted to see what happened. So, and I went with the Institute. So there was that.
I don't know what the mechanics are in the game exactly. It's very complicated at this point in the game, but I really wanted to side with the Minutemen on my first playthrough, and I felt like I got forced into siding with the railroad. Like, I was already enemies with the Institute and the Brotherhood of Steel, but when it came down to it, it felt like I in order to progress, I had to go with the I don't know. I, of course, did something incorrectly, because it is possible to do it as the Minutemen, but
I just really like the building the Institute we're in, so I was kind of like, oh, it's a clean place to shower.
Yeah, it's the only place that is not garbage.
No, your son's a bit of a psychopath. So what?
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It's fine. Family is family.
He released you as his guinea pig. He wanted to see what would happen to you out in the Commonwealth. I just want to see what happened to you, Mom. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, just regular family hijinks.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yay. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at pictures, and there is a picture or two of a boat.
Ooh.
That looks like it takes you to and from, because there is a picture at the very top, and listeners can go to Bethesda.net to see all of the little details for themselves. And at the very top in the banner, there's a picture of the Soul Survivor and Dogmeat in the boat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Is it the same boat that is in the Far Harbor art? Like if you just see the poster of Far Harbor, there's like a boat on the front.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I think so. It looks the same.
Yeah, it looks like
how
lobster boat.
What was it? Fallout 3 was also with that island. What was the island?
I didn't play Fallout 3 yet. That's one thing I am looking forward to. Is my Fallout. I got the Fallout bundle Xbox, so it came with a version of Fallout 3 for the Xbox.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we both got that.
Oh, you got that too. Yeah, I forgot. But I'm excited about loading that up and playing that at some point.
I really like.
I've heard Fallout 3 is great.
Yeah, it definitely has a real Bethesda feel to it.
Yeah, I played a little bit of New Vegas.
I didn't.
But
I didn't.
It didn't grab me. Not nearly as much as 4 has.
Ah, that's good to know.
I've heard that 3 is even better than 4 too, from a lot of the hardcore fans.
See, I've been hearing the opposite, but then
really?
again, sometimes I'm very much a casual gamer, and I've been hearing that people loved New Vegas way more than they loved 3.
Yeah, I know Colin did.
Yeah,
definitely.
There are those out there, but I hear a lot. Like Brian really liked Fallout 3. He said he played.
I did too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're just the style of them is slightly different.
Well, they had different production
developers?
teams or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, different developers.
Yeah, one was Obsidian, and yeah.
Yeah. I definitely do want to go back and play 3 and New Vegas. I'm not sure I'd want to go back and play 2 and 1.
Yeah, I tried that because I have them on Steam, and I'm like.
Did you? I'm interested to seeing how that would go, because they sound mildly interesting to me.
Yeah, I played Tactics also.
isn't that like the quote unquote bad one?
I
Or
don't know.
no? There's one that they've kind of disowned. I forget. I was reading
I think
about.
that's one they kind of just ignore, but it is.
Yeah.
It was on Steam for like $1. So
Oh, nice. Good deal.
I mean, those older ones are pretty cheap. I mean, it's not like you're gonna, maybe $3 when they're not on sale, something like that.
Yeah.
So, you can get them pretty cheap. I have them sitting there. I haven't really opened them up though.
I'd like to check them out at some point. I don't know if I'd have to get a PC capable of running those.
Oh, the older ones, you wouldn't need much of a PC to get them running.
But just got a Mac and then a netbook. It probably won't run on my netbook. So.
Yeah, probably not. But I would go back to 3 though. On since you have that.
Yeah,
definitely.
I'll check that out. And I really hope that they retrofit Skyrim to or upgrade it or whatever to be on Xbox. That would just be.
Yeah, it would be nice to see that. I would assume
incredible.
that would happen.
Because then I could have the little mods.
Yeah. I don't know if you'll see mods.
You guys have hoarded for years.
He's
not sharing mods.
Look what happens to Victor every time. He builds and builds and builds, and then
his character destroys itself somehow. It's a snake eating its own tail. The beginning of the character is the inevitable destruction of that same character somehow.
I only add enough to enjoy it.
I just want pretty water.
Yeah, yeah.
I get pretty water.
I tell you what, that is a huge difference because it's funny because when I play Skyrim down here, and then sometimes I'll go upstairs and Connor will be playing on 360. He'll just grab a character and just play it just for fun, and I'll look at it and I'm like, oh my god, like what are you playing? He's like, I know, it looks terrible, doesn't it?
Oh, so all your texture mods get spoiled on in
The
the
water
basement.
is really nice.
Yeah.
Clean water, those pure waters. I mean, it looks amazing. They should add those, definitely.
I'm excited to put a few the texture mods and stuff like that on Fallout 4. That'll be nice.
But I mean, when you think about it, it is the apocalypse, and there's trash everywhere.
You shouldn't have crystal clear
that trash can look pretty though. I gotta sparkle and buff that trash.
It's true. Everything's grittier and dirtier, so it's not like you're gonna have like the mountain stream and waterfall with the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe further and further away from civilization.
It's funny.
Yeah.
There's tons of rivers, but I can't recall a waterfall in the game anywhere.
Well, there's not a lot of waterfalls right by Boston, I don't think.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
probably
think there's
not.
anything high
They're
enough.
probably sea
A little
level.
further away.
Yeah.
You'd have to back up to go to like Fitchburg or something. Maybe near Bar Harbor or Far Harbor.
Harbor.
Yeah.
Bahaba.
I don't think there's waterfalls there. That's right on the beach.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Who knows? I could be dumb. You could just probably go up to Acadia National Park. I bet you there's like beautiful cascading waterfalls everywhere. And the lobsters spawning upstream.
Yeah. What if
Well,
there's a talking lobster in Far
Oh,
Harbor?
that'd be great.
yes, please, and thank you.
An
That would
irradiated
be amazing.
lobster ghoul
Yeah.
character.
It's the most advanced of all of the lobsters, and it's their leader, and it's the
And he
newest
wears a
faction.
cool hat
Yes, and he wears a cool hat, but you have to kill him to get it. So
and a monocle. You take his monocle, you get a perception of like +8 or something.
And it's like Sebastian from the Little.
Yeah, he sings a song and dances. You can harvest his claws and
Yeah.
make a melee weapon out of them, and then
Oh, yeah, poor guy.
oh,
and you can eat his meat,
goodness.
tasty with a little butter.
With a little butter.
Okay,
Some clarified butter over here.
okay, I feel like the dumbest idiot on the face of the planet because I cannot figure out how to get any of my settlers assigned to my Brahmin.
I have been having issues with that too when I've been playing it.
I don't know if I've even attempted. Why do you
can
have to
assign
assign
them
them?
for food to the Brahmin. It seems to be real glitchy where it doesn't work real well. Like I'll
Yeah.
assign them and they just don't go there.
Exactly. They don't acknowledge it. They don't go
Yeah.
there. And I'm just like, are you
Do
kidding
you
me?
have a one of the tubs out for the
Oh, yeah.
Brahmin to hang around? Yeah,
Yeah.
even then I was having the same issue. Like I would move the settler right next to the Brahmin. Then
Hmm.
I would tell them to go, whatever, milk the Brahmin or whatever the hell
Yeah.
they're doing. Not that you would, I don't know. You're getting food from the Brahmin, it's not disappearing, so I assume you're
you're not
something.
you're not
No.
killing it.
Yeah,
No.
but yeah, no, they just won't go to it. But I've been having a lot of trouble assigning them to a lot of different things actually. But the Brahmin is definitely the worst.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have trouble with just crops. And like I assign someone to the same crop like 100 times, and I keep
Yeah.
going back, and my
They just
character
walk
makes a
away.
comment to themselves. I really need to assign someone to this. I've assigned someone to that 100 times, dummy. Come on. Evidently, that is one of the fixes that's coming out with a new patch as well. Is that robots can be constructed, and now the robots can be assigned to be vendors, and
that's
they couldn't before, but now you can assign them to like be your bartender or your your gun salesman or.
My entirely robotic settlement is at hand.
Oh, have you started?
I have started, but now that
Nice.
I hear that uh, you can set them as vendors as well, I'm like, yes.
Provisioners and stuff too.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
provisioners. Someone mentioned that in the Facebook group about provisioners.
Yeah.
So that's nice. But I seriously want to just have one settlement that is entirely, and I was worried about the whole, I was like, well, I guess I'm just not going to have any kind of stores here or
No,
anything
but
like that.
now you
But,
can.
yeah,
And
no, I can't.
you don't have to plant food for the robots.
Nope.
That's nice.
So you can have them live at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where I was gonna ask you, Cara, where are you building this?
Gray Gardens, because it was already set
It was
up.
already set by
and
robots.
Yeah, and I hadn't added any humans there yet. I hadn't set up a beacon or anything.
Are the 6 or so Mr. Handys still there? Still working at the Mutt Fruit Farm or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know why, though. Like, when
Yeah.
I first came upon that, I was like, why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Like,
Mr. Brown or Mr. Green or whoever's.
and Miss White, and I'm
Miss
just like,
White.
but why? Are you selling these things?
Yeah, what's your
And
farm?
why
There has
are
to be
you
a story
selling
to
them?
it, right?
Yeah, and I was expecting a little bit more, but now I just get flippant answers from Ms. White.
Well, you never know in Bethesda games. Sometimes you come across something and you're like, oh, this looks like this could have been something deeper that they had to abandon for some reason.
Oh yeah, and there's so many people talking about like hidden code and all these. And someone
What do you mean
didn't
hidden
someone
code?
Well, some people have looked at some of the code. I don't know how it
Oh,
works
you
out,
mean
but
the actual game code? Okay.
yeah, the game code,
Yeah.
and they're like, yeah, there's some code here that was set up and kind of ready to go, but
Yeah,
not
exactly.
completed. And I think someone posted about that for what was it, New Vegas or Fallout 3, about that trailer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was going to be a thing, and then it ended up not being a thing.
The
I
guy
think
who had
that
a
was
radio
New
broadcast who would kill someone live on the air
Kill
every night.
children,
Children
specifically
live on the air every
children.
night. Yeah.
And you had a choice to either join him or kill him.
Jeez.
That's
And I'm
pretty.
like,
Does that mean you have to go out on fetch quests to bring him children? Ugh.
God.
Ugh.
maybe that's what they mean by
That's why they had to
extended
cut it out.
roleplay. Yeah. But maybe they're bringing it to Bar Harbor. Wait, no, not Bar Harbor, but Survival. And it's not Bar Harbor. You guys have me saying this now.
Now you're saying
Bahama.
Bar Harbor.
Bar Harbor.
Bahama.
Fahaba.
Oh God.
Yeah, the roleplay, the increase of the realisms. Maybe there's going to be something like that rolled out with this update.
I'm excited to check it out. So, I don't know what time it's supposed to start rolling out tomorrow, but
I'm not
I'll
sure.
definitely rock that update as soon as it happens and do my. I guarantee it won't last long, but I'll go ahead and start my ASA challenge of Dead is Dead on survival mode.
I'm gonna do that too because it's not gonna. I'll probably.
I won't be long.
Yeah.
It won't be level 20 or whatever, for Christ's sake.
No.
No.
Yeah, well, I freely admit that I am not a great, amazing gamer. I
Oh,
do what
neither
I
am I.
can, and I enjoy it, but
I play on like medium hardness. I was like, I don't have time to do this 12 times, guys. Everyone's like, yeah, we're playing. I play on survival mode already. I'm like, oh god. I would just be doing the same room over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah. I'm happy to watch people who are really good. Like, I'm totally one of those people who watches YouTubers or something while I'm eating dinner.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
players and whatnots. And I'm like, that's so cool. Maybe no, I can't.
Do you ever Twitch your gameplay or anything?
No, I've been considering it, but I think
You
that
should.
people would laugh in the end.
Oh no, there's plenty of casual gamers out there. Like I'm one of the. I'm not a great gamer or anything either. It's like I just play for the fun of it, and I think people get all, bent out of shape about like, oh, you suck, or like whatever. It's a game, y'all.
That's true. That's
Relax.
true.
But
Well, maybe we should
I
do
think
that
I get
sometime.
a kick out. Yeah. I was gonna ask Michael, have you tried to do it through your Xbox One yet? Because I know that
Yeah,
that
that's a
has the
thing.
capability of doing
Yeah,
it
I
now.
did do it once. The only thing I don't like about it is I did it straight through that. Then I have to wear the headset thing with the controller or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Whereas, yeah,
You could actually do commentary over it as well.
yeah, you're just you
Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah. So you can talk, and then there's
a chat.
does it also have the chat show up for
Yeah.
you through
Yeah, you
Xbox?
can have it show up, I believe.
Just show up like on the side, a sidebar.
Yeah.
or
No, I
something.
only did it once. So I believe you could have the option to have it pop up or not pop it up, I believe.
Well, that's cool.
Nice.
Oh man,
I mean, it's really
see
easy
if I
to
can
do. You
Yeah, I
activate
think
it or whatever.
that could be really nice if we did like an ASA Fallout feed, something like that.
We should Twitch especially since they won't last very long. Twitch
Yeah.
our Dead is Dead survival mode
Yeah,
characters.
that was 3 seconds. Yeah.
2 minutes and 12 seconds in, a rad roach gets Andrew.
Andrew walked to the kitchen to get the bottle of milk and slipped and fell and died.
And he's dead.
I have to wonder if that's not an option, because I could see my character falling out of the cryopod and cracking his or her head open, and it's like, the end.
Broken
It's like-
arm, got an infection.
We're,
Got an
jumping,
infection.
we're jumping ahead all the way to the cryopod part. We didn't even consider what if we like get a paper cut before the bomb drops, and like, or you accidentally bump into Codsworth, and you're like, oh crap, I bumped my knee. Oh, I'm dead now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You've lost your leg. Oh, you didn't make it to the vault.
You need a step
Oh,
back. Oh, Victor brought up something in the group. He said that it is now possible to be shot by the guard of the vault. for
Wow.
something. I don't know what you have to do.
Oh, great. Ask
Yeah.
Juan. He'll do it because he found out you blow up if you don't go in the vault.
Yeah. You try to run the opposite direction of everyone else, and it just causes the bombs to drop, and you just see the bright white light. Yeah.
Yeah, that pretty much ended any of my. I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of curious to see all these places before they get completely destroyed.
They don't let you.
Obviously, yeah, there's totally no time anyway, and I couldn't see any developer being like, oh yeah, we'll just hold off on
build
the
the whole world.
main event until you fully explored the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll build characters and the whole land that nobody will ever see.
That would be fun though. That's a good mod. Someone do that.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll happen. You'll be able to visit them more cleaned up.
Pre-war.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
cool.
Yeah. I only recently went to that one place where the male character, Nick, would have gone to talk to other veterans, wasn't it? Or just give a
Oh,
speech
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's mentioned in like the newsletter and emails and
That
like,
is pretty
oh,
cool.
this afternoon he'll be here. Well, about that.
Quite make it. Yeah, I found that place too. I forget what it was, but yeah, I remember reading that and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't in. Oh, this is a perfect opportunity to open up the Pip-Boy app on
Oh,
my
goodness.
phone, which
Yeah,
I
we
just
were
got.
discussing apps earlier.
Yeah, he's gotten me into trying the Fallout shelter.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't. I wasn't twisting your arm or anything. I just
Well,
mentioned
no,
to you
you
that
weren't.
I picked it up last week again. It's like, man, I haven't played Fallout Shelter
haven't
in
in a while.
forever. So,
Yeah.
and it didn't really grab me the first time I tried it either. I was like, oh, this is kind of dumb. So I stopped it. But then I don't know. I just for some reason just on a giant whim. I was just like, man, I'll download Fallout Shelter again and give that another try. And I'm starting to figure it out a little bit more. It's making a little more sense, so I'm enjoying it a little bit more. I know Michael got to the 200 dwellers or whatever.
Early on, I
you maxed it out. Yeah.
I was on vacation though. That's why. Oh no, you know what it was? I hurt my back and then went on vacation, so I couldn't walk for a week, and then went on vacation. So I played.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So all you have to
Lots
do.
of downtime.
Injure yourself and then be on a plane across country.
Well, I just happen to be going on vacation next week, so maybe I'll get some. I'll start a vacation vault and see if I can get to 200 or more.
Well, I can't find it on the map. It's somewhere nearish Concord.
Yeah. Now that you mention that, yeah.
But it doesn't show up as a specific location that I can remember.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but I do remember specifically reading those terminals like that.
Yeah, I love any game that puts in little details like that. The emails, I love reading them. I love, getting a peek into everything.
I like the production of the movie of the Silver Shroud. Their email exchanges are pretty good.
And they're pretty realistic too. Like, this actress is too old. Let's get this nice younger actress in here.
Hot young blonde in here.
And
Let's see what she's up to.
This woman has been the voice of what was her character's name? Madam something, I think.
Yeah, she's been this character for.
Yeah, the fans love her. You can't do that. If you do that, I walk. And then, the negotiating going on behind the scenes, in the emails and emails to between two different people and three different people and so on and so forth. Yeah. I was like, that is true to life, man.
For the roundtable, we were in ArcJet Systems not too long ago, and if you just run through and you don't read anything, you'd never notice that ArcJet was doing some sort of secretive thing where they had some sort of government contract, but then they were doing it in a way that the government wouldn't approve of, and then there's all these people getting arrested, or all this crazy shit was about to go down, and then the bomb dropped or whatever.
My favorite part of that was the thing about the reporter getting in and then getting just broiled to death by the jet. And one of the guys...
I'm sure they were not upset about that.
Yeah, they were like, who the heck let this person in? It's a good thing that they were burned to a crisp. Don't let this happen again.
That's great. Yeah. Or the gaming console. Who was that? Oh, that was the... added by Automatron.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Iris or whatever her name was. Yeah.
Who unplugged it?
I will kick your ass.
I will kick your ass.
Yeah. Terminals are great.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about the new DLC coming out. Do you guys have any other last sort of like thoughts or ideas or wishes or what do you hopes for the DLC or anything that you'd like to discuss before we sign off for the evening?
I've just been preparing my strategy and how to get going. That's all.
Yeah.
What have you come up with? What are your ideas? Sneak
and go to Sanctuary and build that up before I head anywhere else.
I'm probably going to be lots of running. So, is there a special stat that you can invest in that helps you flee things better?
Probably. I mean.
Yeah, there's got to be. You got to put.
Is it like endurance or
you have to be endurance, I would think, to be able to.
Or agility or something.
Agility is probably going to be your best bet in terms of avoiding things and whatnot. But sneak is going to be, especially in the fog, is probably going to be really helpful.
Yeah, probably vital.
Yeah, and I wonder if also getting that perk. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about having better perception and such at night.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Creature of the Night or something.
There's one of them for the daytime, too.
Yeah. So I think having awareness is probably going to be pretty key on Far Harbor.
I didn't
even think about this. Can you apply the new survival mode to an existing character, or do you have to start a new character for it?
I believe you can, but once you do, it is forever survival mode.
Oh, you can't go back.
Yeah, there's no going back once you do it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm glad I just asked that damn question because I could have ruined my roundtable characters. Oh, God. Yeah, I'll definitely start a new character for that then. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy
yeah,
cow.
that was my plan, to start an entire new character just for that, and I have my original one that I'll use once Far Harbor comes out.
Yeah. So, any other ideas besides sneak? What sort of weaponry? Like, I assume not melee because you want to keep shit as far away as possible.
Pretty much.
Lots of sniping, I'm assuming.
Sniping.
I don't use scoped weapons at all, so that'll be
Oh, no?
me getting used to it
Oh,
again.
man.
Oh, I love, I love picking people off from a distance,
Yeah.
which is totally opposite from what I normally do. Normally I do like, tankers or something like that. But I don't know, in this game, especially when it comes to feral ghouls, I don't know why, but they still startle me occasionally, even when I'm expecting
because
them.
they pop out of nowhere, or they do that like creepy backwards crab walk thing, sort of. You know, it's just like, what the fuck? Your neck's not supposed to bend that way. That looks really weird.
Stop it!
Stop
Don't
it.
do that.
Yeah. But yeah.
One thing I'm kind of looking forward to on Bethesda.net, they mentioned that you have the option to mess with things for better or for worse on Far Harbor. So it looks like you can go one of two directions
Screw
Be a
everything.
bad guy. Yeah.
for everybody. I mean, you can do some pretty crappy things in this game.
It's true, yeah.
You can sell children, murder people.
Oh yeah. In those instances, I generally do a save and play the bad guy way
Mm-hmm.
and be like, because I just want to see what will happen, and then usually I will revert back and then play it the good guy way, because you got to leave it in good standings, right?
Yeah.
I always have a hard time playing like a pure bad guy.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. I think if I had enough alcohol in me, I could do it.
Yeah, there you go. You should have okay. A new aspect to the ASA challenge. You must have a beverage in your hand.
Wasted in the wasteland.
Dead is dead,
Wasted
in the wasteland. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, man. You guys should work for an advertising company or something.
Well, challenge accepted, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can handle that one.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Connor will come down and be like, Dad, why are you on
Dad.
the floor playing the game?
Yeah, why
Don't worry about it, son. Don't worry.
are you on the
Don't.
floor?
I don't think you should be talking to
Get
those people
Daddy a
anymore,
cool
Dad.
I'm hot.
Yeah, he played a little bit of Fallout 4, but he didn't like it as much as some of the other games.
That's a little serious.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the appropriate, the right thing to say, but you know what I mean. It's a little heavy. Not that Skyrim was like full of laughs, but there there are some funny parts to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are humorous,
And
uplifting
there
parts
are
to it.
for Fallout 4, but it's mostly like dry humor
Yeah.
or
It's like
sarcasm.
finding a cabin in the woods that's just full of cats and cat art on the walls. And it's just like, this is really kind of creepy, but really funny.
True.
Yeah, I keep talking about building a crazy cat lady settlement, but I don't know if I could
Do
go
it.
through with it.
Yeah, do it. I really like the Wasteland Workshop traps. Again, I haven't done the arena part, but the trapping, I really like having all this wildlife just randomly walking around the settlement. It's really fun. You
That
should
probably
totally
does
get all the
that.
cats going.
All the cats.
Yeah,
I will become the cat lady queen.
yeah, do it.
All other crazy cat ladies will bow down to me. And
Screen caps or it didn't happen.
Cats running around, just sitting on the roofs.
Yeah.
crawling all over your settlers while they're sleeping.
Does adding that wildlife though make it feel just more, I don't know, alive or something in the settlement, like more natural to what would be happening?
Natural. I don't know if it'd be natural ever to
Not
have
with
just like
the-
4 irradiated bears walking
yeah, with the
around.
young
but
wife, that's different. But
Well,
I think
yeah,
I just feel badass having bears like, under my control. Like I have an army of bears. Fuck you.
if only you could put hats on them.
Oh man.
and unicycles. They gotta.
Oh, unicycles. That's adorable.
Your mod authors, please make them.
Exactly.
Yabba-
Mod it.
Circus hats and unicycles, guys. Come on. I want a ballistic weave circus hat on that bear.
You should come across a Russian ship on the way to Pearl Harbor with bears with unicycles and hats on it.
Oh,
Circus. That's what should happen.
that'd be incredible.
Oh man.
I hope Bethesda is listening and writing all this down.
This is
Oh,
good stuff.
sure
They
they
really
are.
should be taking
I'm
notes.
sure they are.
This year at E3, bears on unicycles.
Yeah, now they're going to be in scramble mode to get that ready for E3.
Yeah.
So you,
Oh, shit,
you
guys,
really
get on the bears. Come on.
you need to tell them these things sooner. Come on.
Yeah, I wonder what the development cycle would be on that.
I don't know, maybe some images in paint.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have enough time, but here's kind of an approximation.
It could use more humor at times.
Yeah, it really, really could. Which, is kind of, I think, part of why they're letting you dress your followers and
Yeah.
your settlers, so you can put them in anything you want to. But that only goes so far.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But overall, I still really enjoy the tone and the storylines, and oh my god, I'm loving the side quests. I'm still loving the little mini stories, even for things that are just an email or whatever.
Yeah,
Really nice, whether or not they're heavy things or they're something that's nice and light.
Well, I liked that a lot of the emails are just like normal office infighting.
Oh yeah.
I hate Bob. Bob smells like shit. I don't know. There's just like inter-office people complaining about each other on.
Yeah, that's
one
just
I found
great.
the other day. Yeah.
It even happens amongst raiders. Like I went to Monsignor Plaza, and there was one station where this guy was like, it was his poetry files.
Oh god, I think I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah, and he was talking. By the way, I expected more caps out of that quest, though, because it was like, oh, there's this cache of caps here. You got to go there and get it. And I was like, really? This is what you call a cache? Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a
32
That's not-
cat.
It was
Come on,
pretty
guys.
much something like that. But yeah, at his terminal, at first, like his first or one of his poems was about really liking this the leader who was female, and then the next one or the last one was about not liking her. He's like, she's mean, blah blah. That's why I shot her twice. And then you go over to her terminal, and it's like, note to self, kill Greg or whatever his name
Kill
was.
that jerk.
So, I really like those little things, those little
Yeah.
added touches.
There's lots of people who are already kind of done with Fallout 4.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm not even close to that yet. I am just now to the point where I really feel like I'm starting to get a good feel for the game. I know that sounds ridiculous because I'm already a bunch of hundreds of hours into it, but with the deep, and like Michael has eclipsed me tenfold probably with Skyrim, but like with the deepness that I played Skyrim, I thought that I knew the game well in my first, couple hundred hours, but after you get, 1,500 hours into the game, you really develop a deep relationship to the game. You really know it very well. And I'm just now, a couple hundred hours in, just starting to feel that with Fallout 4. And I feel like there's lots and lots for me to still be exposed to in the game. And me having a horrible memory is also very good for like rediscovering things frequently.
Yep.
So like sometimes I'll walk and be like, oh no, I have been here before, because like the first half of the dungeon, I'm like, oh, this is great, I'm in a new dungeon, this is cool, and then you find something, and you're like, wait a second, that's familiar, I've totally been here before.
Well, you still found your silver lining, though. Like, I have memory problems, but at the same
But
time,
at least the game feels new.
yay!
Oh, man.
I think the people who are already done are kind of mass consumers of video games. I think that they just buy so many and they just kind of plow straight through them, which is, fine. and I really admire how much time that they can dedicate to doing all these games.
Yeah.
But I just
And
can't do that. I can't. I really.
Sometimes I wonder what is that wider world of video games out there that I am missing because I'm sucked into these 2 Bethesda games.
Yeah.
And then I say, I'm going to play some Fallout 4. Don't worry about it.
If you really enjoy it, that's all that really matters, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a damn good time, so.
Pretty much,
Especially with
yeah.
limited gaming time, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like when you have a toddler and you don't have a ton of time to dedicate
Yeah.
it to it, like a few minutes here and there during the week. And on the weekend, I can usually get a couple hours back to back to get some good time in. But during the week, it's really hectic, you know. So
Yeah.
when the kid can start kind of watching himself, I don't know when that starts happening, but when you can kind of trust him to sit or whatever and play.
Yeah,
by
whenever the
himself
silence is something you can trust and not be like,
and
wait,
not be
what
like,
are
oh
you
god,
into?
what happened?
No. You can never trust the silence.
Oh no. They're always up to something when it's silent.
Never trust the silence. That means shit is going down. That's what the silence means.
Yeah.
That means you're going to come into the room and there's going to be ink everywhere.
Yeah, that means you're going to be painting the house again soon.
That's they're gluing the rug, or they're
Oh, no.
That's what silence means.
Oh,
Or they're
man.
cutting their hair, which happened here.
Oh no. Oh,
Well, it's gotta be
we're
better.
getting to that point where it's all sorts of adventures are about to start
Oh yeah,
happening.
oh
around
yeah,
here.
yeah. The adventures are only beginning.
Yeah. I've been so on top of keeping the toilet lid shut. Like that is my thing. I'm like on top of if I walk by that bathroom and I see that toilet lid open, I shut the toilet lid and then I go yell at whoever left it open because I don't want to walk in there and see my iPhone in the toilet one day. You know what I mean? Because I know that will happen if that toilet lid is left open.
Yeah, or like pills, like medication, even if it's just like your supply of
Well, hopefully the
painkillers.
child can't get his hands on pills anyway.
That's
But
true. That's true.
who knows?
Well,
They are crafty as hell.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Start dragging chairs over, and then wait a second, I can reach on top of the counter if I have a stool over here. Yeah.
See, I can only kind of relate because I just have the one cat, and that is all I'm willing to have. Like, that is the max amount of responsibility outside of myself I'm willing to have at this point.
And the cat's almost like negative responsibility.
Yeah, they're just like whatever.
Yes and no. She's really attached to me. Like, she's the first cat I've had that's like, I really need you to stay home today.
Oh, nice. Sometimes cats don't care if you exist as long as you feed them.
Oh, she cares. I mean, I love it, and at the same time, it drives me crazy because I feel so guilty leaving her whenever she's just sitting there watching me leave with those big
kitty.
eyes.
Well, that's good. You're turned into the cat lady in the game, at least, and your kitty
Yeah,
can
that's-
watch you play with other cats.
Exactly.
And then get jumped and then claw their
Get
eyes.
jealous and be like, Mom, play with me.
Oh god,
Yeah.
one cat. Like virtually, that's something that I can easily do. But one cat is pretty much the amount of responsibility I'm going to own up to. But I have to leave my toilet lids down too because she
Cat.
like play.
Play in the water?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and the thing is, normally she avoids water otherwise unless she's drinking out of her water bowl.
Yeah.
But she likes to just kind of get in there, you know, with her front paws, lean down, take a few licks, and then she just kind of splashes around, and then she takes both paws out and goes, fa 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 fa, you know, wagging them so that she gets the water off. So the next time someone sits down on the toilet seat, they get a cold surprise.
Oh, they get water everywhere. That's
Yes.
hilarious.
A nice, moist surprise that's nice and
Ew.
cool.
Oh god, you gotta love that.
Oh, gross.
So
3-legged.
I can only.
do that.
Yeah, it's slightly relatable to the kid thing. Not really, but slightly.
I think Michael has don't you have a 3-legged cat?
Yes, we have a 3-legged cat and a giant cat.
Sweet.
Was it born or was there an accident?
Well, we adopted him with 3 legs, but he had just had it removed when we adopted him. Apparently broke it. It was infected. Things like that.
Hmm.
Doing
He gets around.
well though, getting
Yeah.
around well.
Oh yeah, no, nothing really stops him.
Yeah.
But it's like when he wants something, it's like, how do you say no when the
To
three-legged
the three-legged kid up the poor. Please, sir, can I have some more?
he's like looking at you for like, what about my food bowl as I hop over to you with my one front leg?
Oh,
Uh,
poor
I
kitty.
feel so bad for them when they have one of the front legs gone, either a dog or a cat, because it's easier for them to have one of the back legs gone, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure. He's pretty good at getting around. He gets up and down the steps he gets up the steps in like half a second. He's down the steps pretty quick too. Although sometimes I'm like, maybe you should slow it down because you're gonna go rolling down the steps in a second if you don't, if you're not careful.
Oh, great.
Surprised there's no like multi-legged, extra-legged cats in Fallout though, like 8-legged cat.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Like,
call.
why do dogs, or most dogs, look so
they're
normal
all
except for the
pretty.
feral ones? Why are some, pretty much with only patches of fur and others with full fur? I don't understand.
Yeah, the dogs and cats don't seem to really be affected in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're
Except
cool.
for those
Whatever.
ferals.
Yeah, yeah. And they're really just mean.
Yeah.
Well, there are glowing ones though, aren't there?
Are there?
Have
I
you
haven't
guys
come across
found
it.
the named? I don't know if it was a mongrel or something.
Yeah, it's a female mongrel or something like
Yeah,
that.
someone was talking about that. I don't know if that was in the group or on the
It
on
was
a
in the group.
podcast or.
It was in the group, and I still haven't come across her, and I'm
Huh.
feeling kind of mad at my game for it.
Yeah, if you aim your gun, you can command this crazy dog just out in the wild. It was a named dog of some. Of course, I don't remember the name, and
Well, she's not named originally, unless this
no,
is
she's not.
there
Okay.
could be two separate ones.
No, I doubt. I guarantee you, I'm remembering it incorrectly.
Yeah, she's unnamed, but you have the option to give her like one of three names, and they're all pretty horrible. Like one is
yeah.
Buttface because
Butt
she's.
face.
I mean, these dogs aren't pretty to look at.
That's true.
But this is just a random encounter somewhere out.
Yeah,
out in the
and
wild,
you
yeah.
like rescue her. Like
And you
she's
have to be
either
careful
burning-
not to kill it first. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much betting on the fact that I have run across her, but I killed.
Accidentally killed her first. Yeah.
Yeah.
That may have happened. Who knows?
I tell you what, it's hard for me to fight them sometimes though, because when they whimper, I'm like, "Oh God, I'm so
Oh,
sorry,"
no, poor
and then they
puppy.
lunge for my throat, and I'm like, "No way, motherfucker!" And then
You
they
must
die,
die.
and then I feel really, really, really bad.
Yeah. Oh, but I like having a couple dogs around. Yeah, that's good stuff. Do you guys have anything else you want to get off your chest before we hop in? I'm excited to go on to get our update tomorrow, and I will, maybe try to report on the Facebook group about how my
Oh.
dead is dead
There you
character goes tomorrow when I attempt it. We'll see what happens.
Get it on Twitch.
Oh man,
Yeah.
maybe I'll try that. I don't know. I've got the Xbox. We'll see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I think you just hit a button or something. But, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, you got to set up Twitch, obviously. But
Yeah, I don't have a Twitch account and all that. So
Oh, we have.
you have an ASA one though, I'm assuming.
yeah, I'll look up the login. I have
Oh,
no
nice,
idea
cool.
what it is.
Yeah. I think Colin used to use it for some Skyrim.
Colin
play,
used it
right?
more than I did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
No, we'll talk offline and see.
Yeah, I'm sure I have the password written down somewhere.
Cool,
Mhm.
great, awesome. So I'd like to thank everyone for listening to this version of the Fallout feed, and please stay tuned. We will be back with more Fallout talk, specifically about our Dead is Dead ASA challenge, and we'll do more of the Far Harbor when more details release about that before its release coming up soon in 2 weeks, week and a half, something like that.
Yep, 19.
Nice. So we will see you guys later. I'd like to thank all of our listeners for tuning in, and we'll see you out in the wasteland.
See you guys.
Bye.